So, if you were here on Monday, we were going over some basic ways to break open the hands when our partner is defending the armbar. But we were looking mainly at when our partner has some sort of S grip or like gable grip. Like these types of grips here, where we're able to get like deep in on the arms and we're able to pull off to the side and recenter up and come through for the armbar. So we went over that if you were in on Monday. Today, we're going to specifically look at when our partner does the rear naked choke style defense. So when he brings this hand in and he puts this arm underneath the leg here like this. So what he's essentially doing to try and stop the armbar here is that when I'm trying to pull on the armbar, his arm is in the way of the extension of the arm. And this hand is underneath the leg, so he has control over the pressure that I'm able to put down with the leg as well. So when I start to lean back and pull, he can actually use this arm to push my leg up and put himself up to some sort of stacking position and make it really difficult for me. So as far as armbar defenses go, for him, this is a really good quality one. However you've got to this armbar, I want you to just start in this position. If you know some armbar entries, then feel free to go over them. So we're going to go over a couple of like just super basic ones here to start with. First one is just going to be a hit. We don't normally hit in jiu-jitsu, but we're going to give this guy a little bit of a palm strike. It's all right, not in the head. It's all right. So we're going to go through with the first arm. We're going to get this all in nice and tight, and we're going to grab hold of our quad muscle here. So don't just leave this loose. I want there to be some tension on the grip that he has on the arm. And then whenever I feel ready to go, I'm just going to take the palm and I'm going to hit into the inside of the elbow here. So I'm going to start to lean back and I'm going to use the palm and I'm just going to push onto the elbow. Then we go up to the wrist, from down, and then we just finish the arm bar the same way that we normally would do. Knees nice and pinched, rotate the thumb towards the ceiling, and then lifting the hips up to finish. So again, one more time for that one. He sets it in. The head arm, the arm that's closest to the head is going to go through, get some good tension, start to pull back. So I can already see that grip starting to be put under pressure. The hip arm, we're just going to strike the inside of the elbow. So as we pull, just a strike through, up to the wrist, pull down, and feed through in for the armbar. Second version of that we're going to do, we're going to take the arm through and I'm going to come down, I'm going to grab hold of the leg here. It doesn't matter if his head comes off the floor a little bit. I'm going to take the head leg. Normally, I wouldn't take this leg off, but because I've got hold of the leg, it's going to be difficult for him to sit up and stack me anyway because he's not going to be able to turn up to his knees. So I'm going to take the head leg off and I'm going to bring it to the inside of his arm and I'm going to start to kick the leg away. Now we could just stay in this configuration and come down, or we can go back to what we talked about on Monday, which is go into the head scissor position. Because of the position of my body and my legs, I can pull this foot down to the near side part of his head, bring the leg over the top, and I can get this head scissor. What this will do is, as I center up and go in through for the armbar, it will stop him from being able to do the hitchhiker escape. So if I leave the legs as they are and I come back for the armbar, he can start rotating and disappearing into the hitchhiker, which is one of the better escapes as well from the armbar. But as I get rid of that top arm, if I circle, bring the foot in behind, scissor on the head, now when he tries to rotate and disappear, because of the control I have over the shoulders, he can't do that. I've just got to make sure that I position the thumb correctly and finish a nice tight armbar. So, go around this way a little bit for me, please. Arm goes through, first one, bosh. Second one, come down, control the leg. We're going to bring our leg over the top of his elbow, and we're going to just start to kick, so we release. If we can finish the armbar, we will. If we want a little bit of control, maybe a little bit more control, maybe because we're a little bit more advanced, we'll circle through, scissor, center up, and finish. Okay. So let's start with those two. Rear naked choke cryptic defense and how we're going to counter it. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Right. So this is actually one of my favorite ways, and I definitely know it's one of Harris's favorite ways to finish from this position. So we are going to switch ourselves to the opposite side. So the way that he's configured his arms is that it's difficult for me to finish the armbar on this side. But the way that he's configured it is the arm on the far side is available because it's not being covered. So I'm going to reach across, I'm going to grab his arm. It's important that I try to make sure that he's not able to switch his arms over. So as I reach through and I start to pull in nice and tight, I try to make sure that there's not a lot of space for him to like rechange over his arms. He may do, and we'll cover that in a second. So we pull in nice and tight on that far arm. I'm going to take the arm on the head side, base it onto the floor, and my goal is to get across to the other side by putting this knee on the floor and this heel by his ear. So I base, I lift my hips up onto my partner, and I switch to the far side. Just move around this one a bit for me, Kieran. Lovely. Now, if I've kept this all nice and tight through the transition, the arm that I want is still in the right position here. And I just scoop it through, and then bring my leg over the top, pull my butt cheeks off, and down for the finish. So the last little bit is a little bit like the entry that we worked on Monday, if you were here. Sometimes, if we haven't managed to keep this tight enough, or he's just managed to wangle a little bit of space for himself, he starts looking to switch the arms over. Now, rather than me trying to adjust this when I haven't got any weight on him, this is the best time to do it. When I've got all of my weight through his chest, and all he's thinking about right now is get off me. Weight through, I'm going to swim through, and I'm going to just try to ease this arm to the outside. Now it leaves this arm exposed. I can come through, grab it, leg over the top, drop through, and finish that nice tight armbar. And we can do that for both sides. So now my partner puts his arms in the right position. Lovely. So, hold in nice and tight. Head, arm, base is on the floor. My goal is to get this knee by his ear and this heel by his ear. So I take the leg off, keep it all nice and tight, and start to make it switch. If I've done a good job at keeping this tight, I circle in under. I can even finish from here if I want to, or I drop off. If he's managed to do some sort of switch, this is where we're going to work. Don't work from the floor because he feels comfortable. It's all about what his arms are doing. Right here, it's about my weight through his chest too. In, start working, working, working the arm to the outside. Now the arm's free, we take it, leg over the top, and we fall down to finish. So one more time. So no, it's all right, I deserve it for all the weight I'm putting through your chest. So pull in, hand down. So look how tight I am. I just mold myself around my partner. If the arm's there, I'll scoop it now and take it. If he switches it, like this might be a process. This guy's a strong dude. We just need to work, and get the arm through. Scoop up the arm, lean, so it makes this leg light. That was for the punch in the face. And then down for the armbar. Sorry, dude, you good?
Yeah, all good.
All right. So let's practice that switching from side to side. This is one of my favourite ways to deal with this position. 1, 2, 3, let's do it.